everyone. Thank you so much for joining me at Yoga with Joan Bossy. I'm Joan and this is Yoda, our Frenchie. He likes to sleep next to me when I roll out my mat. Today we have a beautiful opening for your neck, shoulders, and back. Sometimes we can get really tight in the shoulders and in the back, and I have some beautiful stretches that are just going to make you feel a little lighter, a little more open in the upper trap area, neck, where your neck connects with your shoulders, and of course your shoulders. So prop wise, you could grab a tie or a rope or even a strap if you have one. I got this one from Guyam. And you can also grab a cushion from the couch for a little shoulder opening at the beginning, or you don't need to. You could just lay on your mat. So let's start and come down onto your back on your cushion from the couch or a bolster. And you could cross your legs or let your legs go long and just lean back and let the shoulders relax to the side, arms down. And we'll take 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And a nice long exhale through the nose or mouth. We'll take 2 more of these at your own pace. And let your breath return to normal. And if the crossing your legs is too much, you can just let your legs go long or have your knees bent, whatever feels good for you. Feel your arms resting on the floor. Feel your back grounding into the cushion or the mat, depending on where you are. May this practice have you feeling lighter and less heavy in the neck, shoulder, and back area today. And let's let the eyes float open if they were closed. And we'll come up and begin in a nice, comfortable, seated position on the mat. Moving your cushion or your bolster out of the way. You can keep your strap handy for later. And we'll begin by putting our hands on our knees as we inhale to cow. Letting the chest reach up, chin lifts. And we'll exhale to cat, rounding the spine. So let's begin by warming up the back, the neck, and the shoulders a little bit here. And you can take a few cat and cows, maybe holding cat or cow a little longer if that feels good. I'll take one more round wherever you are. Coming back to neutral, we'll take the left hand over to the right knee and take a little twist using those waist muscles, keeping that spine nice and long. Take another breath in this twist. In and out. Keeping our left hand on our right knee, we'll take that right arm up, inhale. Take a nice stretch over. And you can add movement if that feels good, or just a nice stretch here, reaching with the fingertips. Beginning to draw that arm down. We'll come back to neutral, bringing our right hand to the opposite knee as we twist over to the opposite side. Nice long spine, relax the neck as you take another breath here. We'll keep our hand on that knee as we reach up with the left arm coming overhead. Just nice stretch here, really reaching. And coming back down. Coming back to the center. Relaxing the neck of the chin, neutral here as we take a look over to the right. Take an inhale. And exhale over to the left. Take a look to that left side. And if it hurts to turn all the way, then don't, but see how that feels. Take an inhale here. And exhale. I know some of you might have a stiff neck. We'll inhale here. And take a look over to the opposite side. And coming back to the center. Beautiful. We're going to take the right ear, we're just going to drop it to the shoulder. But before we do, we're going to roll the shoulders up, reach, reach, reach up with them, back and down. Again, reach, reach, reach up, back and down. And one more time, reach up, back and down. And we'll keep those shoulders down as we draw the ear towards that shoulder. And if you were looking in the mirror, you're still looking forward, but you're just tipping your ear gently over. And you're going to hold there, breathing. And then you're going to take your chin and you're going to bring it to your armpit. Bringing your nose down to that armpit. Hold there and breathe. Your left arm is kind of at underneath your thigh, kind of holding your thigh. As you breathe here, one more breath. And let that chin drop back to normal, to neutral here. We'll do the other side. Take a breath here. And then let that ear drop down to that shoulder. Don't bring the shoulder to the ear. Let that shoulder come down and stay there and breathe. You got this. Nice, gentle dropping. And then take that chin and let it come towards the armpit. Maybe, and the nose points towards that armpit. Good. Another breath here. And then we'll come back up. Beautiful. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do this again, but we're going to do a little different of a movement here. So we're going to take the right ear and we're going to drop it to that shoulder. Let that ear come to the shoulder. Relax it down. And then I want you to take a look at your right thigh, or like your right crease in your thigh, if you could see it. Drawing your chin a little closer to your body. Taking a look at that thigh. Hold there and breathe. A little different of a movement there with the chin. Another breath. And then let your head float back up to neutral, looking forward. We'll do the other side, dropping the left ear to that shoulder. You got this. And then I want you to take a look at that thigh down there, that left thigh. I think we were on the right thigh before, sorry. Taking a look there, maybe towards the crease, the middle of that thigh or the outside of the thigh a little bit. Take another breath in and out. And then float back up. Beautiful. Okay, good so far. Next, we're going to take our hands onto our shoulders and we're going to draw the elbows out. Inhale. And then draw the elbows towards each other. Exhale. Inhale again. Open and close. Again, open and close. Last time, open and close. Elbows come together. And you're going to drop this time. Drop the elbows down. The chin is going to come down and the nose is going to point towards the belly. Hold here and breathe. And then come back up with the elbows and open. Good. Come together and drop. And we're going to hold here for a breath. Chin is reaching towards that belly, nose towards the belly button. Breath in and out. And then back up. Open up. Big opening. Good. And then one more. Dropping of the chin towards the chest. The nose pointing down towards the belly as you breathe. And take that breath. Good, all done. Bring the elbows up and open one last time. And arms come out alongside. And hands are going to reach, 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 out, out, out. Reach, 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 out, 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 and breathe. You got this. Good, one more breath. You're reaching with your palms of your hands away from your body. And drop the arms down. Good. So we're going to open the arms, thumbs up, inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, hands come together, interlace the fingers, send the palms away. Head can drop, arms can lift if the range of motion is there today. And then dropping the arms down. Beautiful. And this time we're going to take the shoulders up and forward and down. I want you to do it again. Up and forward and down. Getting some motion in those shoulders. Good. And then we're going to keep the shoulders down. We're going to take our next move now. We're going to drop the chin. Before we drop the chin, we're going to take our fingertips onto our sides of our skull, and we're going to gently draw the chin down to the chest. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Maybe a lighted weight with the fingertips as we look down. Imagine we could see our belly button right now. Hold here. Maybe you'll feel an opening in the back of the neck, the shoulders, the back. And then come back up. We'll do this again, dropping down. And now we're not forcing our neck down. We're just lightweight with our fingertips as we draw the chin to the chest. Imagine we could bring our nose to our belly. Inhale. And exhale. And then back up. Beautiful. Let it go. Gorgeous. Now we're going to take eagle arms to stretch out our chest a little bit. So we're going to take our right arm over our left. And maybe the palms touch or maybe the backs of the hands touch. It doesn't matter. Coming into Garudasana or eagle arms here. And we're going to draw the elbows up, inhale. And then coming back down. Second time, draw up and down. Draw up and down. Good. One more time, draw it up and down. And this time we're going to draw the elbows down, hands float forward, draw forward as we round the spine a little bit here and come down as low as you want. Breath here and then back up. You're doing great. One more time. Inhale and then exhale. Arms reach down. Hands drop and then back up. Beautiful. We're going to unwind our arms, shake it out. Good job. Next, we're going to take our arms the opposite direction. So, left arm over right if you did the opposite before. And maybe the palms, the knuckles touch or the palms touch. Eagle arms. Inhale up. And maybe it's just a slight move up and then down. And then up. And then down, and then up, and gently down. And then let the hands start to come forward a little bit. And maybe this side's a little tighter. I know for me it is. So take a gentle touch here. Hold here and breathe. And then come back. We'll do this again, drawing forward. Elbows come towards the chest. Breath here, and then back. We'll unwrap slowly, shaking it out. Beautiful. Now, if you have a tie, you don't need one, but this might help you a little bit. I'm going to come sideways so you can see me, but first I'm going to show you our stretch. So we're going to take our right arm and we're going to reach up with it. Reach, 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 reach. And then we're going to begin to let the hand come to the nape of the neck, the back of the neck, and the shoulders. The fingers are reaching down. Good. And you could draw the elbow with the opposite fingertip in a little bit, holding here and breathing. So we're kind of drawing the elbow towards the center line. Another breath. Now I'm going to come sideways now so you can see me a little better. I'm going to take the strap with my right hand, the hand that I'm using. And I'm going to drop it behind my neck, same place it was before. Bring my left hand behind, reaching up the strap and crawling my hands up that strap so that my fingertips get closer together. Now, if you can touch your fingertips or not interlace, but hook your fingertips together or your hands together, that's beautiful. Stay there. Or crawl your left hand up and your right hand down. And then when you find a nice tension there, hold there and stretch. We'll take a few breaths here. This is a great shoulder opener. We'll take another breath here. In and out. And then we'll release that. Oh, that felt good. And we'll do the opposite side. So taking the left hand up, reach, reach, reach out of the waist. Fingertips wiggling with energy, opening those energy channels today with yoga. And then dropping that hand down. And then you can take your other hand and wiggle it towards the opposite hand, maybe touching the fingers or interlacing the hands. I can't. Or take your strap and take it in one hand. And then reach with the opposite hand for the other end and walk the fingertips closer together. Maybe getting a little closer. And then hold and breathe. Once you find that tension on the strap, put that tension there. Or your fingertips are grasping together or touching. Either one, it doesn't matter. Good. Really opening up the chest, gently lifting. And release. Beautiful. You're all finished with the strap for now. You can leave that on the ground next to your mat. Good. We're going to come back and we're going to come to our hands and knees. We're going to lift up. We're going to lift up our right hand. Inhale and then exhale. We're going to take the knuckles and slide them all the way down so that we're coming down onto our right shoulder, right side of the head. And we're going to press with our left hand in the palm into that mat. Maybe that's enough. Or maybe you flex the foot and straighten the left leg behind you, reaching there with the toe on the ground or up, reaching if that feels good. That's one option. You can keep your knees on the ground, either one. Another idea is to take that left arm and stretch up towards the sky or tuck it behind the hip, holding there for a different kind of a stretch. In the shoulder and back. Lots of different options. Take what you need from this practice. Sinking into that right side of the head, right shoulder. Another breath. And if your hand is up, you can bring it back down. Pressing into the mat with the left hand. Take that right hand out for undoing the thread the needle we did. Now we'll do the opposite side. We'll take that left hand out and up. Exhale, knuckles through, slide under all the way through. Knuckles slide, knuckles are down. Come down onto that left side of the head, left shoulder. Sending that leg back if that feels good, stretching. Maybe the arm goes up. Or the leg is on the ground, stretching back that right leg. Or both knees are here and you're breathing with the arm up or down. Take the option you need right now as you breathe. Send the breath to that shoulder. Sink in. And if the arm is up, you can send it down. Push into the mat with the right hand. Left hand lifts on your inhale. Exhaling it back down to the ground. Beautiful. And while we're here, we'll take a couple cat-cows. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Round the spine, belly and chest pull in. Inhale again. And exhale. Beautiful. And we'll push back into a child's pose. Hips fall back, arms reach forward. Another breath here, grounding yourself on your mat. Good. And now we're going to stand our knees, lean forward with the hands. Reach the hands out, coming into puppy. let the forearms drop down. Let the chin fall towards the earth. It's probably not going to reach, but it's falling. You can also send the head down if that feels better. Maybe resting the forehead on the mat. Another option, forearms are up. Fingers are reaching forward, spread wide. Palms of hand on the floor. Chin reaches down. Chest reaches for the floor. Nice shoulder stretch here. And you hold and breathe into that. Third option, tenting the fingers of both hands. Excuse me, Yoda. Sending the chest or the chin towards the floor, breathing into it. I feel it a little more in my upper back, shoulders for this tenting of the fingers stretch. In puppy. And when you're ready, we'll begin to draw ourselves back up, walking the hands back towards the body, coming back to our seated position. And we're going to come down onto the mat, onto the flat part of the mat. You don't need your cushion. So let your neck have a natural curve in it as you come down. Oh, I already feel more stretched out. We're going to do a little more and then finish. So your shoulders are on the ground. So just let everything fall. And maybe we're going to take a couple pelvic tilts here. So we're going to push the lower back into the floor as we kind of do a pelvic tilt here. Push that lower back into the floor and then send the hips forward, the sits bones forward as we kind of rock into a cow here, and then back like a cat, rounding the spine towards the floor, and then another pelvic tilt back up. So you can really feel, now I have a space when I'm taking this stretch up with my chest. I have a little space where my lower back and the floor do not meet. And now I'll pelvic tilt my lower back onto the floor. So there's no space in that lower part. So do that now and just melt into the floor. And like I said before, natural curve in your neck, relaxed. Good. So we're going to interlace our hands together, our fingers, sending the palms up to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale the arms overhead. Maybe they drop down on the opposite, above the head, maybe not. Inhale back up. And exhale down. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. And release the hands to the ground. Beautiful. Now we'll bend the elbows and we'll bring the hands, elbows are together and touching. So inhale. Exhale, open the elbows. They're still bent, but we're coming down onto the floor. So shoulders touch the floor, and then maybe the elbows, maybe the hands touch, or maybe we don't have that range of motion today. That's okay. I know my left palm is not as much on the ground as my right, so I have a little imbalance there. So we're going to draw the elbows together. Inhale. Exhale back. Opening up the elbows, opening the shoulders. Back of the hand on the ground, and then back if the range of motion is there. If it's not, it's okay. We're doing the best we can. Inhale and exhale down. Good. We're going to do one more of these. Inhale, elbows together, and then slowly, slowly open, open, open till your elbows come, maybe touch, maybe the hands touch, maybe not. So almost like a little cactus arms on the ground. So we're going to do a little added stretch here. We're going to take our bent knees and we're going to bend them and we're going to let them fall over to the right side. And maybe you could keep your hands here. Maybe that feels okay, or maybe this is too much. Okay, you can also take the right leg and cross it over and just drop those hips, those knees over to the right, and then stay here and breathe. Eye gaze is up. And then we'll do the other side. So bringing the knees back to the center and then letting them drop over to the left. And you can keep your eye gaze up for now, or let it go a little to the right if that feels good for you. You can also have wrapped your right leg over your left if you need more of a full body twist. Take a breath here. And then we'll come back to the center. Good. We'll take those arms. Ooh, that's a big stretch. And we'll just let them come overhead. We'll stretch the legs straight out. Let me just check and make sure I'm not kicking Yoda. Arms overhead and reach, reach, reach. Feet reach, arms reach. Take a big full body stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale. Good. And then we'll exhale back. Arms come down. Good job. So we're here on the mat. We're going to take a nice shavasana here. Take a few breaths here. Palms can be up to receive or down to ground. Take a couple breaths. And draw the shoulders down. Both shoulder blades on the floor, back of the shoulders. Good. And then let the eyes close down if that feels good. Take another breath here. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest one at a time. Take a little rock on your back, rolling over to the left side or the right, either one. Making a pillow for your head. Take a breath here. And then begin to push up to a seated position, Sukhasana, easy sitting position. We'll bow our heads towards our hands. Thank you all for joining me on my mat today. I hope this practice leaves you feeling lighter in the neck, back, and shoulders. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining me for this shoulder practice. I hope you feel less tense in the shoulders. I hope you got a good stretch, and I hope to see you next time on your mat. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Yoga with Joan Bossy. I try to do a video a week, and we'll see how it goes. It's my second year, so I'm excited. Thank you all for joining me. Have a great day.